Hello everyone, welcome to this stream. This is a sort of introductory stream that we're going to do for our track at Elveston. So our team tournament, your FPV team tournament we got up here. So I'm in Discord chat at the minute with the other guys, so say hello everyone. So we've got Harry Haggis in here, KPV, Papa Woody, and we've got Jamie and John. So yeah, say hello in the chat. Let us know you're here, and we'll get onto this team tournament. What is it? What we're doing? What we're trying to achieve? Or answer any questions you guys have got about it. And then if you want to join us on the track, if you, I think we've got a few spaces left in the lobby. How many spaces have we got left, John?
I believe we've got 5.
And you were all muted before, so I was just looking. So everyone say hi again. Sorry.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening.
Obviously well prepared for this stream.
Yeah, well prepared for this stream, Elliot.
I know. Well, if anyone's seen my streams before, they'll know that they're never that organised. So,
I was going to say before we go on, Elliot. Obviously, many people will have seen it today. There's quite some sad news that QT FPV of Quad Force 1 sadly passed away. So we just wanted to kind of say rest in peace to him, and our thoughts go out to his family and friends over in the States.
Yeah, it's truly
absolutely.
shocking news today. So I didn't really know Quentin that well, but we obviously met him out in Abu Dhabi, and you know he was such a nice guy. Always great fun. So yeah, it's a shame really. It was very sad today, unfortunately. But yeah, right. So we're going to go onto the track. So let's have a look. Oh no. Oh yeah, we're up. So if anyone's got any questions, or I also need to add something into here so you can hear everyone. There you go, you should be able to hear everyone now. Everyone's got any questions about what's happening or about the event, then please throw them in the chat, and then we can have a look. Or if you want to join us on the sim, we're playing, and we're going to have a look at the track. And this is going to be a very, very slow.
You should just spectate, Elliot.
I'm not spectating, I'm flying, brother. I'm taking everyone on a magical a magical mystery tour of the track.
We've got Raspberry in the lobby.
Oh, Raspberry's in here. So we're going to try and keep an eye on the chat. Ooh, I'm going the wrong way. And then we're going to have a look. So this event's going to be held in Derby in the UK at one of the big festivals that we have here. So hopefully we want to try and showcase drone racing to a wider audience and get you guys involved in that.
Probably explain what a county show is, because a festival conjures up like music and.
Yeah, a county show's a little bit different.
It's like
probably
farmers.
hard to explain.
Yeah, I'm struggling to it. So county show is traditionally like, it would be like a lot of farming things, and where they showcase like animals and get loads of tractors out and entertain people with different things. But I think they're trying to modernise these kind of things and get some of the newer I don't know, sports and different things for people to see involved. So we got approached by them to show off what we do, basically. And we thought, what a better way to do it than put on a kick-ass event and something different than our usual events that we run in the UK. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I think it'd be a really fun event. I think it's team racing, something we've done a little bit of in the UK, but not a lot of. I don't know how many sort of team events you guys have been involved with, but
this will be my first team event.
Yeah, so I think we've had a couple in the past, but not many.
Yeah, we've traditionally had Popham. That's been quite a long-standing one, but not happened for the last few years. And then we had a kind of a mini endurance race at Cosford.
Yeah,
that's the most recent one, and then pretty much nothing since.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's not really seen in the UK very often because we're kind of stuck in our ways with doing a standard practice of racing. So bringing something different to the scene is always a risk. But hopefully this format will prove that it's worth it.
I'm trying to keep up with the fast.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that really stuck out to me for this event was showcasing it to the public, and it being a team race and not really seeing that in the UK before. I think it's certainly one of the things that's caused me to back the event and to come and fly at it. It's just something totally different to sort of normal 5-inch racing that we do in the UK. And it's great to see that we've got some international pilots coming across as well.
Yeah, it's nice to get them sort of over to the UK because we haven't really put that many events on in the UK that international pilots have come to. I mean, the only one I can think of was one we did at the NEC that had some prize money to it as well. So, which is sort of that was I don't know 3 or 4 years ago now, probably more.
2018,
than that.
Elliot.
How was it? Oh,
2018. Yeah,
2018.
We did a FAI race, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
some years back, and we had a few. Well, there was only a handful of internationals for that, and a few have come over for Western Park.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, we had a couple of Western, didn't we? That was at the height of sort of the DCL years. Talking of internationals, though, if Breton is on voice, he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there we go. So Breton is the team manager, owner of Cyclo Racing, who compete not only in DCL but all sorts of other leagues. I'm sure you can enlighten me on that.
Yeah, we're in about 5 other real-life drone racing leagues, and then all of our guys compete solo in lots of different sim leagues and trials throughout the FPV community as well. But we, as a team, have 24 pilots across the globe in 14 different countries.
So Recon says, can I come fly with you guys on VD? Can't see the room.
I've got to search for it, I think.
It's a private room, so you'll have to enter the actual name.
So yeah, if you get in contact with John, who's on here, he'll be able to give you the room name to get in.
I will.
-1 FPV wants to come fly too. So
I have.
Right. He's signing up.
Let us in.
So Breton is entering a team under Cyclone's banner. They are our official international team that is entered, but we've actually had 6 other pilots entering as well. I believe they are related to Bambi, and
Bambi's brothers, cousins?
No, the DCL wildcard team.
Oh, thank God there's not more Bambis.
Oh,
So-
we don't need any more of them.
So we have to thank Breton for massively supporting our event and getting some pilots over for us. That has kind of driven the prize money for us.
Of course, happy to do it.
It's a shame.
I
you
know
can't
the
come.
guys are definitely excited to come over and fly with you guys. So
They get to sample our great British weather.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking long-term weather at the minute. It's looking pretty good. So
Yeah, they
I've
might
got
get a
my
bit of
fingers
sunshine.
crossed.
It's been quite warm recently, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think the weather will be pretty good if this past couple of weeks is anything to go by.
Well, I'm hearing the weather's actually on its way up from Spain, so maybe the Spanish are bringing it with them.
Happy days.
Yeah, it won't make it as far north as Scotland, though, Callum.
Oh, nothing makes it that
Oh,
far.
that is a real shame.
That's coming south.
I'm not complaining. We've had some really nice weather the last few weeks, and tomorrow I think it's to hit 20 degrees.
All the
So-
wildlife has died. It's in shock. It's seen some sunshine. You do occasionally get some nice weather up there.
We do. We do. It's just all the when we get a bit of sun, all the haggis gets cooked. So
Oh wow, yeah. What's happened to the Scottish League this year, anyway?
the Scottish League, we've
they
got the
still-
fourth race of the season underway the weekend after the team race. So we've already had 3 races in Scotland. We've got 5 in total this year.
Nice.
So kept going. Got a constant stream of pilots coming to the event. So yeah, it's been really good.
So where are you sat in the Scottish League?
Currently, I'm sitting in 3rd. So
Oh,
we've
dear.
got
That's-
Jam is he's taken 3 first places. He's come up from Newcastle. In 2nd place is Floss's boss. He was at the British Champs last year, and I think the year before even as well. And then myself, and then I can't remember who's in 4th. I think it's Just G. So it's pretty tight. It's a tight little league.
Yeah, because you guys have been sort of flying together for quite a while now, and I know you sort of send a team down for like the British Championships and stuff like that generally.
Yeah,
It's always nice to see you guys.
it's always good to come down south and get some more competition as well. So
Yeah, like meet some more people, I suppose.
absolutely.
There's only so many people that fly in Scotland. I mean, at the minute in the UK, it's some of our events haven't really been filling up the way they used to, or the
That's
way
it,
we're
yeah.
used to anyway. So, yeah, it's nice to see that you guys are still going and still putting it in there.
That's it. I think a few of us have always said that no matter what, we'll be racing drones. So we'll always try and make an effort to, even if we're not doing our own events, is to go to other events throughout the UK. So yeah,
I've still got some. Still, I'm not too bad at flying. I mean, I flew at our last event, which I didn't do too bad at, to be fair. With my quads,
Did
that I
all
built-
right, didn't you?
that I built in 2015. Still going strong, although I did break both of them. John repaired them for me though, while I fixed the timing system.
Yeah, I'm a pit bitch.
That you are. You remember it. So we got any more? We got no comments on the stream. Has anyone got any questions about the track or the event, or anyone sort of teetering on the edge of signing up and come and giving it a go? Got any questions? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm woefully last in this. Oh no, John might be worse than me in this competition so far. We just had -1 and Mad and Some come join us in the session. How many people got watching anyway? Does anyone know how many people got watching on YouTube? I probably have it here. 11 people. How's it looking? How's it sounding? I've not done a stream in a while, so be good to hear from you guys who are on the stream. Bang your questions in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them between us all. So let's see. Raspberry's now taking the lead over KP by the looks of it. She's got warmed up. How do I spectate on this, KP?
You can just click on the player's name.
Ah, yes, there we go. I'm just spectating Raspberry. It's like hard to compute. It's like the gates aren't even there.
Just like to say that this track was designed by FPV Gilbert, or Gilbert FPV.
And his dad's actually flying it at the moment.
How's he getting on? Let's have a look.
He's in last. John's beating him.
Doing all right.
Tell you what,
if John's beating him,
track.
Yeah, it's quite good. We've gone through a fair few iterations of it, to be fair.
As you can see.
As you can see, as the V7.
It's actually, it says V7 KPV, it's actually V8.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's definitely turned out to be quite a really nice track, actually. We wanted something that would be, I don't know, fun to fly, and also have a bit of a racing aspect to it as well, because a lot of tracks can turn into like obstacle courses where it's just a case of can you get around it. But I think this has got quite a nice bit of flow to it, to be honest.
It's got a good balance.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
I suppose, Breton, can you see the track?
Where are we?
Yeah, I'm watching it on the YouTube.
What's your perspective compared to tracks out in the States?
I think it's a pretty good mix of some flow and technical elements. So yeah, I think it's doing well, and my pilot Raspberry is doing well on it. So I'm happy to see that.
Yeah. He's definitely doing very well on it.
He's definitely got lines that I didn't see.
Now, do you guys have inflatables and all of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so what you see in this track is what we will have on the day.
Very cool. We really don't see inflatables here in the US all that much, so it's usually only at DCL events and events that I've seen been a part with you guys on. Normally, we just use the PVC flag gates for multi-GP and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been lucky enough to have Jamie lend us 4 of his gates, which they were retired a few years ago, but he's got the best 4 out for us.
I've not blown them up yet, so God knows what condition.
Yeah, they've seen a relatively hard life since 2017 when they were originally bought. I'm the second owner of them, so they've been patched up. They were good when they were put away, but obviously PVC over time. So we'll see how they last, but they should be good. But they do make a really good centerpiece to a track and give some focus and some chance for overtaking because they're quite big. So yeah.
When I think it's always a bit sad, whether it's gates, but particularly drones as well. I never like to see a drone necessarily die or go out of date on the wall or on the bench. They need to be crashed and be destroyed in a blaze of glory. And so it's good that the gates have had a fulfilling life.
They make a nice sound as well when they crash into them, don't they?
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, they make a very satisfying doink noise if they're really sort of pumped up hard and holding pressure well. So, yes, they do make a satisfying noise, and I do prefer to hear a doink than a sort of go in and you don't hear it, because it usually means the quad's ended up inside it. So yes.
So we've also got our own gates that have been doing the rounds since 2016 when I joined the club. I designed a set of gates that were cheap and easy to use, and they've kind of lasted the test of time as well. Although multi-GP is a more popular style now than hoop gates, these are fairly forgiving and they're pretty good to fly in.
I've had quite a bit of experience with hoop gates, and they definitely seem to hold up better than PVC multi-GP gates.
They're really good.
We're always going out and having to repair PVC and all of that stuff in every race that we do. So
these are basically made out of spandex. So if you hit them, they don't really take you out.
Yeah, you sort of tend to bounce off them.
Yeah,
and they haven't got like ropes on them. So
it's all freestanding, no ropes, nothing to catch you on. So it's an ideal gate. The same way a GP gate is just freestanding. These were around before multi-GP gates.
It's John's spandex design from 2016 or whatever it was.
It's the cheapest and tidiest way to put a track out, and it doesn't take long to set a track up.
Yeah, it's super quick. I mean, last night we went from flying the last pack to packing the track away, locking the trailer and leaving everything in 9 minutes.
That's amazing.
And then we have our special windsurfing masts, which make up our high gates. So there is no like rebar or anything like that. It's just 4 guy ropes and they freestand.
Oh, okay.
When you hit them, they are padded. They do less damage than metal. Again, they can be set up in as little as 2 minutes.
Finish.
That was a very close finish there.
Yeah, it was.
Elliot's
coming for you. Elliot's going to come up to the Scottish Championships.
Oh no! You're more than welcome.
It's.
Why, Elliot? Are you beating Haggis?
I'd love to come up to Scotland. The funniest thing is when I can't remember his name came up to Scotland. Was it Lewis?
Oh yeah.
When he went up there for the easy points.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was funny. That was. He got a lot of abuse for that.
But it was a smart thing to do.
Yeah. It's cool.
Well, that's just it. I mean, I think
was in the years of when there were so many pilots that you couldn't get into a BQE for love nor money. So if you wanted good points, you just went up to the Scottish.
Qualified as a Scot.
The Scottish races got a lot harder as well from what they used to be back then.
Oh, absolutely. Looking at the Scottish League now, I don't think it's an easy route to champs either. So it's
we put up a good fight.
They've learned. They're learning.
Well, they saw the British invade and thought, no, we're not. The English invade, sorry, and decided, no, we're not having that.
Upside down.
Send them back the other side of the wall. So Harry Haggis is actually the BDRA chairman for the British Drone Racing Association, who are sponsoring this event with a bronze level sponsorship, which we're very thankful for that. That is making up some of the prize money that some of the pilots will be winning. We also have Velocidrone, which obviously we're playing in it now. They are also supporting with bronze. Which is really nice, of Ash Davis. I've known Ash since he first launched Velocidrone. I think myself and Elliot were one of the
Yeah, we were like beta testers.
Yeah.
Years ago.
So if it was trash back then, you've got us to blame. But it's not anymore. It's pretty awesome. And then we have Your FPV, FPV shop based in Sheffield, and they sell lots of awesome pre-built quads, parts, you name it. They've got HD, analog. I've gone through their website, and the prices of some of their whoops and things like this are really good for what they are. So with the whoop leagues in the UK becoming popular now as well, that's a great place to get started. And then spend all your money and come and play with us.
Definitely.
We bought some stuff from them this week as well.
So we've got a few questions in the chat. So -1 FPV saying, who's coming from cycling?
I think I will let Breton answer that one, as it's his team. And
we can leave it as a surprise.
I don't mind sharing. So we've got Blessed and Singularity coming from Spain, and then Raspberry coming from the UK. We have one other pilot, Juanpa from Spain as well, that is trying to get there, but he's having a bit of a passport issue. So hopefully we'll be able to make that work out. But yeah, we've got the three committed no matter what. So
awesome. I used to spend a lot of time in the sim with Singularity and Blessed.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, they're both really great pilots. We're happy to have them flying for us.
Yeah, both very good.
Yeah, but none of you've got me.
Still trying to recruit and see if we can get a couple other pilots to come and maybe put 2 teams in. But yeah, we'll see. It's getting down to the wire though. So
I'll fly for Cyclone, mate. All right.
Let's go.
Are you sure you want to say that, Bren? I'm not sure you want to commit to that. You might want KPV, because KPV's on his own at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, KPV is definitely better than me, so I definitely would be happy with that one.
If you fly, we can be the Cyclone veterans.
I would love to come out there and fly. I have been meaning to get out there one of these days and come fly with you guys.
Well, hoping that this event is successful, and anybody that can't enter or doesn't enter this time around will see how good it is, and then regret not signing up, so that we can run these types of events more often, and then get you guys over and put on some more prestigious events than what we've been able to recently.
I know Moira is pretty prestigious, mate. Sort of, yeah.
Moira is a staple in the diary, isn't it? You have to go to Moira.
I mean, how long have we been running Moira now? Like 10 years, nearly.
10 years.
I think it was
Moira.
This year.
Yeah, it was a 10-year anniversary.
So.
And it didn't even sell out. I was very upset.
Yeah. It's been very slow.
But that's why we're running this event. Is we're trying to get interest back in the sport. It seems to have dipped in the last few years. There's been some positives and some negatives come in and out of the sport recently, and we've kind of stuck around trying to ride that storm and get it back out into the public eye.
How's it looking in the US? Is it growing over there, or?
Yeah, it definitely is. Right now, I mean, this month is a big reason why I wasn't able to come over for your guys' event. But we've got IO going on right now, which is definitely probably the biggest race out of the year here in the U.S. And then we've got the 10th anniversary of West Coast Throwdown in Oregon. That's happening 2 days after your guys' event. That I've got about 4 pilots signed up for the Street League Legionnaires Cup that is new this year. And so we're real excited to be competing in that, and we're positioned really well. We're just 2 points behind Team Gem Fan, and going into the last 2 races of the season, we're going to have the majority of our pilots at both of those races. So we should hopefully be able to take the lead and do pretty well in that inaugural season. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely more and more little smaller leagues and organizations popping up to try to put on drone races. So it's growing steadily.
Oh, that's good. It's good to hear. I see that.
Yeah.
Killian's doing quite well.
Are you actually going to IO yourself at all?
No, unfortunately, I'm not going to IO, but I am going to West Coast Throwdown up in Oregon.
Oh, nice.
Every year I tell myself I'm going to get out to IO, and then something ends up popping up and I'm not able to go. So one of these years I will make it.
I think one of our guys has gone over there this year, Carb.
Yeah, I've seen that Carb had gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got quite a few guys over there. Killian and Yayu and J-Box.
Is the Frenchies?
G-Man as well is there. Yeah, the Frenchies are just definitely there. They don't go every year, so it was good to see them both going this year.
Killian seems to go anywhere there's a race on, though, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much a full-time racer these days. So he's never usually back in France for more than 2 weeks at a time, and then he's off again traveling around. So yeah, definitely living the life.
Isn't he just? I remember seeing him. It must have been. Yeah, it was. I think it was his first race when he was under X-Blades, his first real life race with X-Blades in the salt mine in Romania. So that would have been December 2019, just before the world went mad. So yeah. So it's been really good to see Killian's progression since then, really, from a sort of shy teenager, and sort of now he's traveling the world by himself doing what he loves. So it's really great to see.
Yeah, and when you have the skill that he has and is able to take as many podiums, it definitely makes it easier to find that funding to do all of the travels and all of that kind of stuff. So we've been really happy that he decided to come on board with us after X-Blades and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, we've been really happy to have him. He's a great teammate and really positive and encouraging to everybody else on the team and all of that stuff. So he's been an absolute pleasure to have. Hopefully he'll stick with us for a long time.
Yes, I really hope so.
So how's everyone getting on with the track?
I was
enjoying it?
Trying to get Valprim over to your guys' race, but unfortunately he had some visa problems coming from Russia. So
yeah,
maybe next time.
No, it'd be good. It's good to see. It's good, like, for our UK guys to see all the different pilots from around the world as well, and we see them at some of the events we go to, and it's nice to see how you sort of stack up against sort of different people from around.
Yeah, I mean, we see that here in the US as well. There's quite a large amount of pilots that I'll go out to races and be talking to, and they just aren't as aware of all of the other pilots on the international stage and kind of where they stack up globally as opposed to nationally. So it's definitely very national focused in the US, and I think unless you're a part of DCL or at least a part of their amateur trials and follow the league, there isn't a ton of following and understanding of what exactly is out there internationally.
Yeah, I think it's difficult with that because obviously there's a lot of people aren't like sim pilots. Like, sims are great. I mean, I love flying sims, but it's not something I don't think I could do to get really, really good at to then qualify for some of the, like, say, DCL stuff or other things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a good way to learn. Like, say, I learned on a sim when I first started racing. Velociraptor wasn't even a thing when I started. But
computers were barely a thing back then.
Yeah, true. FPV free
Oh,
ride.
come
I'm
on.
right there with you.
He's not that old. He's got a baby face on him. It's round, but it's a baby face.
If I shave my beard off, definitely baby face. 100%.
Yeah.
Has the track been released yet on Velociraptor?
No,
that
not
people
properly
can fly
yet.
it?
So when are we going to release that?
It will be probably tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe tonight. Just needs a little bit of tidying up and some cones putting down, I think. And then we'll release it.
Awesome.
And then we can get some practice in. So the real life race will have. Remind me, John, of what the schedule is. If you're
John?
not too busy. No, John's locked in.
He was concentrating.
But essentially we've got a few practice rounds. So the Saturday afternoon, once we've finished setting the track up, is sort of like free fly. So if people want to turn up early, they can come fully fly the track to get some practice in. And then there's a few practice rounds on the Sunday, get people used to the track, and then we go into the double elimination. Well, Elveston.
So I know.
Right? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it will be.
My pilots were having some questions on the kind of format and scoring for the race. Can you guys go into detail about how the team aspect will work and how the points work for the race?
Yeah, so what have you got? Any questions in particular?
No, just broad questions for everybody tuning in, so they can understand exactly what's going on and what the rules are going to be and how everything's going to work out.
Yeah, I can answer that. So teams will be head-to-head. So it'll be Team Cyclone versus Team Hairy Haggis. What were the Scottish being called?
We're still working on a name just now. We've had a few different variations from the Invaders, the Capercaillie crew. So we're working on it. The Haggis Hunters was another one.
Okay, so it would be a head-to-head, very similar to how DCL run their races, where a team will be versus a team. So it'll be 3v3. You will be scored on your finishing position, so there'll be 6 finishing positions. First will get you 6 points, last will get you 1 point. But to score that 1 point in last place, or whatever position you're in, you must finish the race. Otherwise you'll get 0 points. So each team will then progress based on their finishing position.
That always adds a lot of strategy into team racing, because you definitely want to finish the races. I know we've seen that in a lot of team racing leagues that have had a similar point system, where as long as you guys can stay consistent and finish the race, then it's kind of easy to keep it close. But once you have 1 or 2 pilots going down and not being able to finish, then the points start to really widen and it gets real difficult to come back. I think that's kind of one thing that bit us in the DCL Falcons Cup in Abu Dhabi a couple months ago as well. We just had a couple
staying in the air, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah, we just had
points.
a couple rounds that we just didn't get the points, and then the gap just became a little bit too wide for us.
And this is something.
Still had a second place finish though, so that was good.
Oh, it was an amazing race.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things with the way the scoring system works is just because you've got the fastest pilot in first, if the rest of his teammates crash out, the pilots that aren't as quick can still win that race, and we feel that gives you the best opportunity as a team to progress. You don't necessarily have to be the fastest to win the race if you're the most consistent. It helps to be quick, obviously.
Yeah. But that
Yeah,
consistency is very important. You'll find that in any racing, whether it be team-based racing or single pilot racing. I always have seen that it's better to pull back just slightly and not try to be the fastest out there, but be fast and consistent is the winning combo.
Yeah, exactly.
John, it might be good if you can explain how the teams will be paired, how the sort of seeding would be done.
What did we
The
decide on,
pairings
Carl?
of the teams, is it random or is it based on a skill level we see in practice, or what are we looking at doing there?
In terms of seeding, you'll be seeded 1 to however many teams we've got. So if you are the fastest team in practice, so you'll get 5 rounds of practice before the competition starts. Your fastest combined single lap within your team. So if one of you's got 30 seconds, another's got 28, and another's got 30, it would be that minute and a half that will count as your fastest time. That will then seed you in your position of how many teams we have, and then it will be based on that. Is it, Carl? Are we doing?
Yeah, it'll be based on that. So it also means that if one of your pilots has a bit of a rough start to the day and they only manage to complete 1 good lap, that still counts towards the team's overall seeding, because we're only taking 1 lap from each of the pilots during the practice, and then that seeds them into the bracket, and the brackets are arranged in such a way that all the matchups equal the same amount of seeding. So like you'd have the first versus the 6th seed, and the second versus the 5th, for example. That's and then that obviously goes into the knockout, and every team has 2 lives. So even if you lose your first round because you're up against a really tough matchup, you then fight it through in the lower bracket, and you can still make it all the way to the final.
As well as the first teams to be knocked out of the competition will be dropped into the Challengers Cup, which is just a separate race to decide the winner of the losers, I suppose.
The winners of the losers, yeah.
Yeah, so it basically means that everybody's going to get at least 8 packs of racing. Obviously, we haven't got as many teams as we had hoped at the moment. There is still time for people to sign up. It's never too late. But we will potentially get more flying based on less teams. But if we had 16 teams signed up, then there would be a minimum of 8 packs on the day, as well as the option to come on the Saturday from 2 p.m. You'd be able to fly as much as you want at that point. I would probably recommend not breaking everything before the Sunday, but that's up to you.
Yeah, and also weather depending, but yeah, we're praying for sunshine. So.
But it's going to be a different track on the Saturday, isn't it? Or you're going to remove some elements or fly?
We will probably
reverse.
not have the inflatables out for the
smart move.
Saturday because we need them to stay inflated on the Sunday. And yeah, we can either put some of our spare gates in place of those gates and you can pretend it's the track, or we'll just have a separate practice track.
Cool. Kiz Bartlett says, hey. We've got any more questions coming from the chat? Anything from that anyone wants to know about the event or is interested in? Just give us a shout. hopefully we can have a chat and talk through any questions.
Apparently, can you spell Elviston right when the track's released?
It won't be named that.
Yeah,
That was it was renamed, but it wasn't renamed on Carl's Velociraptor.
Evening, kids. Oh, they're all coming in now.
Matt Neal's coming in the chat, and he could be coming
Mr. Neal's
on
in.
the race.
Oh, he won't beat my time. It's fine.
What's your time, Elliot?
You haven't finished yet.
Slow.
Do I need to spectate him? Oh, that was slower than my last one.
Is there a button? Is there a button in Velocidrome to like put a quad on fire? Because that would really suit
Matt.
Mr. Neal, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
The flames licking out the back of his quad as he's going around.
You can certainly add fire elements to the track.
Yeah, I don't know if self-destruct is really part of Velocidrone's ethos.
No.
If that happens, can we have a runner start kicking the fire towards drapery that'll set the whole room on fire?
Nets,
yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah. We've seen it once before. It worked out great.
The scariest thing I've
We'll
seen.
give them a single glove as well, so they can pick it up with the other hand.
Yeah, burn that hand.
Like,
you guys told me about that, but then I saw the actual, like, a different camera angle after the race, and it was dumbfounding.
Yeah, two of them falling over each other and just panicking.
So they've basically been there the whole week with nothing to do, and then when they were actually required to do something, it was pandemonium.
So, just for context,
had proper instruction and everything of what to do just in case, and that all went out the window.
Yeah.
I blame the person that trained them.
So I can give it, So I'll give them a lowdown, Elliot, of what actually happened. So we were running a DCL race out in Abu Dhabi in April, and it was designated by the venue, so it was very much like a sort of indoor exhibition arena, very much like the NEC at Birmingham for those UK pilots. So they designated that we had fire marshals, obviously, for if there was any battery or quad fires. So we had, 6 or 8 guys there for most of the week, and sort of because it was mainly the AI drone racing competition, there wasn't anything that was like sort of the normal racing, so it was very quiet for the first couple of days until the FPV racing started, and then we got a good chunk through before we got our first fire. I want to say it was Killian. I think it was Killian's quad.
It was Killian,
yeah, I think so.
So we saw smoke billowing off the back of Killian's quad, and we're like, yeah, that battery's knackered. And then lo and behold, he gets the next gate, hits it, drops to the floor, the battery comes off and bursts into flames. So,
and there's me screaming, fire.
So
like, what are you talking about? I was like, Jamie, it's on fire, it's still flying.
So so we were still flying while it was on fire, which was incredible.
Amazing. It looked amazing
to see.
It was like it had a smoke grenade on the back of it, and it was just carrying on around. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah. So then these highly trained fire marshals who had been poised for this particular event for the entire week up to this point, sprung into action, but very poorly, ran past the bucket of sand they'd been given to put out such an event, and then proceeded to then pick the burning battery up with a bare hand when he had a gloved hand with a fireproof glove on. He then thought, oh, that's a bit hot. and chucked it into the drape at the side of the track. And I was literally just waiting for that whole drape to go up. But luckily, another fire marshal came along with his bucket of sand and put it out before anything happened.
That was me.
So yeah, yeah, it was.
I launched that battery into the water.
Yeah, there was a certain comedy sketch there. But yeah, so yes, it was a very interesting event. I still have flashbacks of that smell from the floodlit BQE. Yep, that sort of smell of Matt's burning quad. Yeah, it's pretty standard. It certainly was for an entire year. He didn't come to an event without something catching fire, and he's had a couple of pretty good years, in all fairness. But yeah, now not so good.
His sponsors have made sure he's had non-fire starting quads recently.
I think it was more down to the way he built them, and then the way he crashed them.
No, wasn't one of his quads? Was it Matt? I-Series once. One of his quads was built by Smokey. Whose quad was it built by Smokey? And it literally set on fire on the line.
They just plugged it in and it set on fire. Yeah.
That Ben. Ben had one, didn't he?
That might have been.
That was at Western, wasn't it? Where Ben's caught fire. Second, he plugged it in.
I've definitely seen some of the top pilots' quads go up on the line, but that's usually when they give it full throttle, not necessarily just a plug-in.
Oh no,
especially the magic smoke inside. Can't put it back once it's escaped. So it looks like Raspberry is nailing this track.
Oh, Raspberry's one of the top sim pilots, I think. So I hope so.
So, but the question is he that good in real life?
Well, that brings up a good point, actually. So Raspberry, like you pointed out, is definitely one of the top sim pilots in the world. But this is actually going to be his first IRL race that he's
really. So that's going to be really interesting then. Okay.
Yeah. So he's just diving into real world racing, and so we're excited to have him be a part of this race and it be his first race. But yeah, we're
absolutely
excited to see how well he does.
Yeah, and we'll give him obviously all of the support he needs to get through his first event too. So if he's got obviously any questions, he can come up and ask any of us, and we'll help him through.
Chaperone him round. He will be
that was
safe hands.
That was one thing I was assuring him of, is saying that you guys are a good group of guys that are definitely going to be more than willing to help him walk through all of the aspects of real racing, and if he has any questions or needs any help, that you guys would be happy to help him with it. So I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that.
And Jamie shouts at everyone. So
if people feel like Jamie is telling them off, he probably isn't. That's just the way he sounds. The British pilots are all used to that. Jamie has whipped the British pilots into shape long enough now that most of them just do as he says.
Yeah, that's why at DCL events, if I have any issues at all, I always go to Jamie.
Or me, if there's a giant guy that you need telling off.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That's why I went to Jamie on that one.
I was like,
that scared me to death. That did. You came over
that
to me
guy
and was
like,
he's having a go at my pilots, man. I was like,
guy
okay, let's sort this out. Okay.
Unit.
Oh, he was a giant for sure.
He was massive.
I'm like 6 foot tall, and he was 7'2".
If you're messing with my pilots, it doesn't matter. I might only be 5'7", but I'll give you a piece of my mind.
And they're like, "Oh, you can't say anything to him. He's like an official from the government." And you're like, "Don't care who he is. Yell him out."
If this was a regular race, maybe, but this is a championship right here. It doesn't matter.
Of course.
When did you get out of jail?
Oh, a couple days afterwards.
Oh, it wasn't too bad then. Worth it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally worth it.
So Kiz is
No,
saying-
after the race, I went over and shook his hand, and we had a civil conversation after that, and he was appreciative of that. But yeah, during race time, definitely don't be interrupting any professional pilots. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that absolutely goes without saying, doesn't it? You were saying about Kiz?
Anyone in
Yeah,
chat?
so- yeah,
have
so
you
Kiz-
seen the teams?
So Kiz in the chat is just saying, is this track official on Velocitron or downloadable? I think we're saying it was going to be official either later on tonight or tomorrow.
Yes, yep,
So we've
absolutely.
just got a few more tweaks to just finish it off, put some cones on it, make it sparkle.
Basically, we've got to put some cones on it. Yeah, make it look
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
We will then submit it. I will probably speak to Ash to see if he can pop it on one of the track rotations, so people can see it that way as well. But obviously, with IO and the other races going on, MultiGP has the forefront on Velocitron at the moment.
Yes. So Matt Neal is saying, yeah, Raspberry is bloody quick. Yep, definitely. Does Raspberry remember TBS spec? I don't know. He's not in the chat, so we can't ask him.
He's
I'll
too
ask him in
busy
the chat.
flying, Matt, I think. Mark out a landing area too, so we know where to land.
Yeah, we've got a
Right,
landing
so-
area there.
Yeah, we'll have a landing area.
Is it going to be made up of a giant phallus?
No, it'll be a trampoline.
Yeah, it'll be a trampoline. No, there will be no phalluses in the track other than the double high gate with the
no.
penis-shaped top.
Yeah, but it's not a UK track without a phallus.
That's
I was
true.
just going to say,
Gates
something tells
decided.
me that there's a precedent here.
Yeah, it has to be. Usually on a dive gate, though. Usually on the bottom of a dive gate. So you know which
but
way
yeah.
to go out of it.
I did design a track once upon a time with a double high gate, with a triple gate on top with one of our hoop gates, and then a hoop gate either side, and that was a giant
I
phallic
see,
symbol
yeah.
in the middle of the track, and that worked really well, I think. I think that was 2017.
And if you want a Foxeer Highgate, if you really want one, I've got one somewhere, which everybody hates and wanted me to burn it every time
Is that
it came out.
Is that circle gate?
That circle thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
circle one, yeah. The
Oh,
circle
no.
Highgate.
That was
Oh, actually,
horrible.
yeah, you should bring that. Yeah, bring that. We'll put it in place of the high gate after the after the inflatable.
I seem to remember some circle high gates in 2018 or 2019 Scottish season.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah.
And
yeah.
oh my goodness, they were bad.
Yeah, they were quite tight. They were quite small as well.
And with the
So
wind, the
I think
wind
there was
was
like
bad. 3,
and the first and the third one were at a higher height, but the middle one was at a lower height. So it was a bit of a horizontal slalom, so to speak. But it was a
Yeah.
really windy day, and it was really difficult, that one.
yeah, that was one. I think Foxeer had like excess stock of them, so I think any event who they sponsored just got high gates that year, the round high gates. But yeah, any sort of wind, the poles just buckled. They were definitely made from the finest Chinesium. So yeah, they didn't last very long. I think I've got one good one still, but yeah, they've been retired for some time in
Oh, definitely.
my trailer that I haven't been and visited for a while.
Remember the metal track we had one year at Champs, I think it was. So
Yes.
Is that the
like
one where I
it
The
had
cheese grater.
had like a wind limit on it, didn't it? And it was like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that was Champs 2017. It was all made out of scaffold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
And,
Champs 2017 because I
yeah.
beat Elliot and Ben, who was they weren't happy about that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, and
'cause-
it was
It wasn't
I
because it was like
think-
60-mile-an-hour winds and I just happened to stay in the air.
wasn't that the year that race control blew away?
It did, yeah.
Yep.
So they then
was
moved
running
into
it from a
Eric's
car.
car. They were running it from Eric's car, and then the track was slowly losing elements
No, they took
because
the cube gate. They took the double
yeah,
cube gate
there was an
down and put it on
event
the floor.
company. Yeah, because there was an event company there, wasn't there, managing the track, and they were basically saying they weren't happy with a couple of the heights of the elements blowing in the wind. So yeah, it just kept getting.
Yeah, Matt only remembers stuff like FPV using 2 or 3 of those in a row on their tracks. I assume he means the high gates.
And in answer to Matt's question, Raspberry does remember the TBS spec.
Just says, yep.
There you go,
very
Matt.
simple yep.
You're still famous. People remember you just about. It's fine.
Oh, is this the streams that he used to do?
Yeah, he used to do
Yeah.
them with Ali, didn't he?
Oh,
What guy's Matt again? Is he one of the ones that comes to the UK races?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that swears a lot.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Usually about chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, that was that guy one time in the kebab shop.
What?
What?
Yeah. No, Weston last year we went to the kebab shop.
Oh, right. Okay.
Matt wasn't too keen on ordering a chicken kebab, and the guy thought he ordered like 2 or 3 kebabs. Matt was a bit worried about it. I hope you don't mind me saying, Matt.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, he's
There you go.
savage.
Raspberry says TBS spec was peak sim racing.
There you
Oh, there we go. Peak sim racing.
So,
go. Well, you'll get to meet him then, won't you? at the-
yeah, exactly, Matt.
at
You'll
the
get
event?
to meet
You
Raspberry.
you are going to meet him in the flesh.
I feel sorry.
Meet
for
your
Raspberry.
idols.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive letdown,
It's a
dude.
massive shock. Oh.
Well, it's if he manages to arrive. Have you got a decent car at the moment, Matt? Or
He's got a camper van.
Oh.
no?
Was it you? Was it? No, it was Matt, wasn't it? That he, like when he was driving in the wet, his air intake
Car
like,
just-
just
yeah,
sucked
his
all
car
the
just
water
shut
up
off.
and- Yeah.
He's saying nah in the chat, so maybe that's he hasn't got a decent car. I thought he
Probably not.
bought a new one. He just keeps buying
It's just
Ford
moving the parts
Mondeos.
from the
though.
old one onto the new one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to buy a better car than that. Sorry, Matt. Not
So,
sorry.
a couple of other things about the event. On Saturday, you are able to camp for the night. So, if any of our international pilots need somewhere to stay, I have some tents for them. They are quite luxurious tents, mind you. And we've done many a stream for them, haven't we, Elliot?
We have, yeah, streaming international from the inflatable tents. Yeah.
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 Um,
Yeah. If there's any sort of dodgy stains and stuff in there, just don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's all from Elliot.
It's just mayo.
These are my
Mayo.
family tents, so there'll be no funny business. So you'll be able to camp.
John, is there access to like toilets and stuff overnight for people
There
if
will
they're
be.
camping?
I
Excellent.
believe they are putting some portaloos at our area.
In our area,
This is
Oh,
something for
thunder
Richard
boxes.
to- Yeah, but you're in the middle of a field. There's not much we can do about it. But there
Are
is
they
no
going to be
public on
one sort of
Saturday.
dedicated to us?
That'll
I.e.,
be
could
for
we
Richard
put
to
our
arrange.
own-
You don't get your own, Jamie.
Well, no. Is what I'm thinking is to save the public going in, and could we get
Yeah,
some
we'll fence it
small,
off.
small combination locks or something to put on doors. So,
Well, the public won't be there until Sunday morning.
Is it?
So
Is it only a 1 day thing for the
It
public?
is
I
only
thought
a
it was
one-day
2
event,
for some
yeah.
reason. Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
so we've got the grounds to ourselves until Sunday morning. Yeah.
God, he has
So-
got a motorhome as well. Jamie accepts nothing less than premium. No, premium chicken nuggets. Right, that is where it's got to be at. I'm not accepting that sort of
Well, I
normal
will say
mush.
that Jamie did message Elliot and say, "Is the chicken shop booked for Saturday night?"
Oh, I
And
did
Elliot
say,
said,
"Is the
"No,
chicken
it's
shop
not.
booked?"
I'm gigging."
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
I've got a gig. That's where I was.
So
just-
we
just
might-
before the stream.
so we might descend on Tamworth. So I've got a van with 8 seats. So we might descend on Tamworth to
AKA the shagging
drop
wagon.
into Elliot's gig and annoy him.
Double the attendance figures.
Probably
Oh.
that place. It's actually a like a working men's club.
Oh, we can't go
Oh
there. We need to be members.
God!
Oh no, you can. You just have to pay like a couple of quid, I think, to get in.
Does anybody want to pay a couple of quid to go and see Elliot?
Oh, of course.
To
you
be
do.
fair, Elliot's band is pretty wicked. So I've been to see him twice.
The international
and-
pilots will want to see that. Like,
Yeah, and Elliot
Does it do decent
Elliot's
food
pretty
in
hot
there?
On the, he's pretty hot on the bass guitar.
they do cobs.
Cobs.
Hobbs.
Well,
What's
it's-
cobs?
it's-
A corn
it's
on the
annoying
cob.
It's not pegs. That pegs would have been bang on, Elliot.
Yeah, we don't play pegs anymore.
Why?
I can't tell you.
Oh dear. Elliot ate too much food.
No, that's not the reason. But yeah, I'll tell
It's
you.
Cobs or Baps around here.
Yeah, cobs or baps.
Yeah,
It's a
cobs.
roll.
It's a
Roll?
cob.
No. It's not
Yeah,
a roll.
Can
You
we
can't
do
roll them.
chicken? Can we do chicken shop first then, and then go and see Elliot?
Yeah, we probably could, Jamie.
Probably on the way.
Yes.
I mean, what time? are you
It's a
guys
bit out of the
gonna be
way
there?
to go to
'Cause
Tamworth, though.
Elliot just doesn't want to miss out on chicken shop now.
I
That
don't
he's
mind.
he sort of heard it, and he's like, "Oh right, so what time are you going?"
Did you enjoy it, Jamie?
Oh, it's mint.
I
It's really nice.
I wined and dined Jamie the other day. So
At the finest KFC outlet.
Is
It's
there
the
parking
way
near the field.
we sort of
I'm sorry, Matt, you're wrong.
walked it. It's the way that we walked in through the door, and they were like, "Oh, hello, Elliot." Straight away, I'm
Okay,
like,
so
"You are in here far too
Andrew
much."
Prosser is asking if there is parking near the flying field. I believe we have designated parking for our eventers. You will be receiving a QR code with your entrance, so that will include your parking. You may be directed by an attendant on the day, but if you are coming on the Saturday, obviously we will get you in to our area, but you may end up parking somewhere near us on the day. It's something that we need to go through with the organizer, because at the moment we're still waiting for a few bits of information from them.
Yeah, they've never seen a drone race before, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah, we're the first drone race at their event, and they've been running this event for 148 years or something.
Yeah, some long time. Yeah, there's
Well,
a lot of information on their website as well. You can see what other events on, best in show, etc.
Will there be tractor pulling?
If you Google Derbyshire County Show, we are actually one of their 3 main events listed on there. What's happening? There's also a digger. What is it? Digger
A
freestyle,
digger,
something
just a
or other.
single digger.
Just one
There's
digger, yeah.
Shetland. There's Shetland pony racing. There's the Stanage stunt team, which is do like motorcycle
That's the JCBs,
stunts,
isn't
and
Oh right,
No.
okay.
they look like they set themselves on fire. Actually,
Oh, excellent.
Oh, Matt will love that.
Oh, they might go through our gates then.
yeah.
Have
Is
they
that a flaming
been Have they bought that lot over from Abu Dhabi? They like set themselves on fire.
Doesn't actually say. I don't think those guys were from Stanage.
Andrew Prosser, I've ridden a penny farthing round there. What, in Tamworth?
No, Derbyshire County Show, I'd imagine, or Elveston.
Maybe.
You wouldn't ride a penny farthing around Tamworth; you'd get nicked.
Well, surely the only thing
You'll go and see Spudman.
Tamworth is famous for now, yeah, exactly, is Spudman. That's it.
It's famous for its castle.
And Elliot, obviously.
Yeah, I'm top musician in Tamworth.
He'll get at least 3 viewers versus Spudman's 20,000 watching him make spuds.
I think I'm going there on Saturday actually.
You won't get
What,
a spud.
Spudman?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I've got to go.
He's closed, mate. He's closed on Saturday.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
It made too much money in the week. Anyway, guys, I think we will probably start to wrap up this stream.
Yeah.
If there's any other questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch with me or Elliot or Carl or Richard. Basically, just message us and tag us in Discord, and we will. Well, if you could put it in the Elveston Team Race channel on our Discord, then we can obviously see what it relates to. But hopefully we see some more of you sign up. And the track's pretty cool. It looks like everybody's enjoying it still. I think we've only had one person leave the lobby.
Raspberry left.
There you go, Raspberry left.
Gone.
He's like, I've beaten him.
Beating everyone.
He doesn't get his points for beating us now. So.
I want to thank Callum for coming on stream, the BDRA chairman, and thank you very much to Breton for coming on the stream as well, the owner of Cyclone Racing, for putting a team in for us. They will be our headline team that everybody wants to beat.
Definitely.
Put the pressure on. I see how it is.
Target on the backs already.
So no pressure.
We'll put them straight back on the plane. Don't worry, Breton.
No. We don't want to scare them off too quickly.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. Really looking forward to this.
No, it's good. Thanks for the support, and thanks for the support from the BDRA as well.
No worries.
Much appreciated, and hopefully we can get some more of these events going.
Absolutely, it's great to see other clubs trying other different formats for racing in the UK. So I think it's certainly something that we'll see more clubs join in on is things like team racing, and instead of just individual races. So it's good.
And obviously this format we're not keeping this format under wraps. It is open to anybody. So if after this race they're like, yeah, I really want to run a race like that, we are a club that wants to support the whole of the UK, not just ourselves. We are in it to grow the sport, not to grow our name. So if you need help setting up a race like this, ourselves, Jamie is always a line of contact that is just invaluable to the UK,
especially if you got any gossip.
So just reach out.
Yeah, if you want any spreadsheets for managing it or graphics like the brackets and stuff like that, I've got all that. You can reuse and rebrand it however you want.
So don't just feel like it's us versus you, because it never is. We want to help everybody we can that wants to be involved. So I'll leave it to you, Elliot. We'll say goodbye to Breton, goodbye to Callum. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for having us.
Adios.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, and it's we're looking forward to the race, and we'll be streaming it live as well on YouTube. So if you can't make it to the race, then be sure to tune in to the stream where you got my lovely face, and John will probably be helping me out as well, and I'm sure KP will jump on the stream at some point.
Yeah, Ginger Hour.
Yeah, get Ginger Hour back. But yeah, no, it's
Will we see some pilot interviews?
yeah. We'll
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Great.
You're gonna
I've got a
have to.
new.
It's a competition.
I've got a new
How's your
camera.
Spanish, Elliot?
Oh god, yeah.
No bueno.
No bueno.
Maybe Elliot. Maybe Elliot, we can get race director cam set up now as well, and you can keep flicking over to me as I'm screaming at somebody.
Yeah, I'll
that'd be
set that
funny.
camera up.
Yeah, so I've got a new
Definitely set that camera up.
PTZ camera that I want to try out as well, so that'll be fun. So we'll that I can control with my
All the
ELRS.
gear.
So we'll see if someone takes over that and while they're racing. And,
Yeah, it'll be good practice for me. I'll use it.
but yeah, so
Okay, thanks very much for joining us, guys.
Thank you. Hope to
Thank
see
you, guys.
soon.
Good luck with the races.
Cheers, Brennan.
right, see you everyone on the stream.
Cheers all.
Bye.
Cheers.